Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is Battle Angel Alita Last Order, Volume 15. On the cover... okay, so the Space Angels. Fair enough. Oh man, usually I don't really care about the fact that I've already made the thumbnails, so I can't see the tops and bottoms of these, but... I wish I could see the heads of Elf and Wolf. Though I guess this also kind of fits thematically, considering, their state right now. They're not doing so well. Yeah, don't have much else to say about it. I like the coloring, it's pretty cool. But right now, let's get right into it. We have the Space Karate Forces fighting the Space Angels. It really does feel like the big climax. Alright. It's even 3-on-3. Do I have to give predictions? Because I feel like it's pretty obvious how this is gonna shake out. It's Alita versus Toji, Sechs versus Zeka, and Zazie, I guess, versus Rakan. That was his name. If I had to guess, I would say that Zazie and Rakan's thing is going to, it's going to be sort of a sideline thing, but it's going to be the most fraught with danger, because, Rakan is Rakan. Zex and Zeka? I feel like Zex and Zeka might actually be the main focus of this fight. I've heard that it's really, really good. And also, we haven't really scratched the surface of what Alita can do with her new body, and with, the power of, I can see her being as powerful as Toji, but I can't see Toji winning because of all the untapped potential she has right now. She hasn't fully shown it off yet. So I could definitely see a situation where, because I also don't want her to interfere with the Zeka fights. I don't want her to steal it from Zex. It feels like he needs to win this on his own for his character developments. So I could see it being a very emotional fight between Alita and Toji as they talk about philosophy. And because they're talking so much about it, they just they don't have to the fighting is not the biggest part of it, so they stretch it out for a long time. Meanwhile, Zazie and Rakan has to be finished pretty quickly because Rakan would absolutely attack Alita or Zex. I think that'll be a tie. Zazie will be taken out for the counts. Alita and Toji will go on for quite a while. Or maybe she'll beat Toji and then, listen to his request and say, alright, I'm not going to interfere with this final fight. And then it'll be Zex versus Zeka. Seriously, look at these stats. How insane are these stats? Alright. Okay, right. Last time, Mr. Embody was pretty messed up. I really, really, really hope he doesn't interfere with the fights. My personal interests, my own grievances no longer matter. Do your lives benefit the greater good, or shall I rid the universe of you? Show me this giant karmic tornado and what it can do. Okay, so that's telling me he's not going to interfere with this, but afterwards, in the volumes after this, he may do something. He's still part of the game. He's still interested enough. Okay. Oh, this is such a good two-page spread. I am an absolute sucker for things like this. Also, yeah, assuming this line is where the two pages were joined, that means that the dividing line would have been right here, which is really clever because it's also a line on the actual page. I guess this is what Rakan always has a weird sort of limp pose, but man, he looks like a JoJo villain right now. Oh no. Oh boy, this is a good image. I feel like this really sums up Zex. Because you've got mini Sechs there, and a line that is not intimidating in the slightest. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I just noticed, sorry, whoops. When I saw Zazie there, I thought it was the Space Karate Forces were all laughing their asses off, and then Zazie was just cringing. But then I saw Alita just straight up on the ground, so I'm pretty sure Zazie's just trying as hard as she can to suppress her laughter. Did I say something weird? Hey, guys, what does potty mean? Okay, this strip right here perfectly sums up Zex. Perfectly. Oh my. Alright, we fight one-on-one. No one may step in. Those who survive will have a showdown. Alright. I really like this because it's an important way to establish, okay, this is one-on-one, but it's not just, it's not that the characters aren't imaginative enough to fight in an interesting way. It's that they're specifically singling out everyone. It's yes, this is going to be one-on-one. This is the best way to do it. And stray gunfire, it's your own fault if you get hit. Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh boy. You may look mean, baby, but your face is so cute. Oh god, I am so terrified. Last volume, I think I was confused as to where Elf and Wolf were. I reread this part of the series. Like, I know it went on. I understand it. I was a bit out of the loop because I'd just gotten back into reading Alita, but no, I get it. Oh, jeez, this guy. All right, good luck, Zazie. I'm not sure if you'll be able to do this or not, but I'm rooting for you. Oh boy, okay. How is Alita versus Toji going to shake out? Like, in terms of raw power, I can't imagine Alita like losing here, which is why I'm very excited to see what they'll do like philosophically to draw out the fights. I don't know how things work in karate, but we were the ones who lost that day. One blow with Zazie's help, and then I passed out on the battlefield. That's called failure. Oh boy. All right, I am so excited to see what her fighting style is going to be like now. Okay, so she's propelling herself using plasma. Oh man, all that offsite processing power is so like it's a really like an unfair advantage. She's able to I mean the way I'm imagining it is that she's using Melchizedek like unconsciously to like offload all the processing needed to slow time, but still. I mean, yeah, it would explain how Carol was able to move the way she did. Like apart from just being superhuman, like she had that very unnatural movement that I guess does make sense. Like if you could have something else offload your processing for you. But then again, Carla was perfectly organic, wasn't she? My god, what speed, what power! Told you, this is no karate match. Alright, Toji, I'm rooting for you now. I really don't want you to be tossed around this entire fight. Come on. Isn't she a monster beyond human comprehension, far more difficult to understand than an anomaly? Oh boy, alright. Yep, there will be no regrets. Alright, did you do your homework? Okay, so, I don't think we saw on screen, Zex understanding the meaning of moving at supersonic speed while standing still. Like, we got the moment where he understood it, like he came up with an idea. I remember that specifically, but I don't think we actually saw him figure out a technique. So I'm curious to see what he'll do. Yes, that's right. Like, he knew it was moving a circulation at supersonic speed, but he didn't actually, like, we didn't see him create a technique doing that. Alright. I don't think it's gonna do anything to him, though. Like, clearly, Zex is moving at incredible speed, but, like, it's not what Zeka was talking about. This is, like, incredible speed, but if he gets stopped, that's over, right? Or is the whole idea of, like, having your internal liquids moving at supersonic speed is that you can move instantly at supersonic speed from a standstill. This complex move is like a planetary orbit. Spinning the central sun gear, Zex himself in 3 dimensions gives the blade, the planet gear, an unpredictable trajectory. I mean, it is a really impressive ability. It feels weird to use it against one person, though. Like, it feels mostly like a defensive/AoE attack. Oh? If I may be so bold as to hypothesize as to the origin of the name Sechs Grief. This chapter was named Have You Forgotten My Name? So, what could it be, though? Like, we know the literal meaning of Zex. Like, you know, it means 6. He was the 6th of the Toon series. What else could it be, then? Once Master Bruce Lee divided combat attacks into 5 methods. The 6th attack would be the next one. The omnidirectional attack, aka the round barrage attack. Okay, huh. Okay. That's really cool. Also, I've noticed that this specific note cites Kishiro. So, does that mean that, like, the Bruce Lee one was something added in by the English, like the English translator, whereas the 5 methods one was added in by the mangaka? I feel like it has to be, right? Like, there's no other reason why they would cite his name. And this does seem like something that Kishiro himself would put into the series. Like, it would be something that he would write in because it's interesting. There's still only 2 blades, no matter how fast they're spinning. Have you forgotten my name? Oh. Okay. Never mind. I absolutely didn't take it this way. God damn, Zeka. Wait a minute. What? What? Oh, that's really clever. I mean, it's not a finishing move by any stretch of the imagination, but it makes a lot of sense. He'll be pinned by the blade's gyro effects. Okay. Oh my god. I mean, again, Don't think that Zex would be beaten by something like this, but it's hard to argue with how powerful this was. Like, this is a technique worth of being called a finishing move, for sure. Not even Zek could come out of that intact. Oh boy, let's see. I'm genuinely assuming he's not going to come out, like, he's coming out without a scratch. Because, again, he can move at supersonic speed while standing still. I think at the moment of the attack, he could easily return, even if he can't move. Like, even if he's physically stuck in one place, he still has the ability to, like, punch upwards with his entire body. He was never caught. It was all a ruse! Oh, jeez. Zex's implosion expanded punch, but next, Zeka uses an expanded punch too? Okay, huh. That's not what I expected, but still. It relies on the fact that they both have the same type of body. Like, they both use Physiroid bodies. And we haven't really seen Zex use his Physiroid to that extent. Like, even when he mentioned, like, even now that we understand what he meant by moving at supersonic speed while standing still, we still never really saw the liquid moving inside of him. Like, he's rarely ever used tricks like this. So this is the basis of the legend that Zeka shot down a combat helicopter from 2 kilometers away. But since I'm still alive, he must have gone easy on me. Okay, first, shoot his feet to pin him down. I mean, speed really is everything in this kind of fight, and she, like, she's mostly unaugmented. That's the main thing. I'm very curious to see how in the world she can do this with a gun. I mean, it seems very simple. It's possible. It looks like she's hitting him and effects are happening, but I don't know how much I buy it. Like, obviously he doesn't have a Physiroid body of his own, but it seems like he just, like, sucked in all the blasts and then, like, just released all the bullets inside of him. How could they be deflected? Yeah, okay, so they were deflected. Like, the alternate reading would have been that he had, like, a Gatling gun in his chest, but that doesn't seem right at all. It's definitely the bullets that she shot being flung back. Something's under his gi. Okay. Alright. We assumed the karate would be fought with bare hands, and his loincloth look in the Venus bout made a strong impression. Yet Rakan is a killer who lived in the lawless underworld. Okay. High explosives, but a grenade is much slower. Okay. So those were a ruse, but then, what's this then? Oh, okay. She shot her own grenades. That is nuts. Holy crap. Good work, Zazie. My god. Like, I am in awe. I am in absolute awe. Has the invincible pervert been brought down at last? Seriously, it looks absolutely insane. Okay, yeah, so it does look like they're citing the ones that are written by Kishiro himself. Makes sense. Like, in the original series, I was very, very confused whenever we got something that looked like a translator's note, but it was clearly referring to something that only exists in universe. So it's good to finally, like, fully 100% it's confirmed Kishiro does write some of these. I mean, I'm sure people have told me this before, but I find it hard to believe things if I don't see it, like, for myself. If I don't have, like, proof right from the horse's mouth. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so these were fake arms the entire time. That's got to be it, right? Right? It's something that I love it. I absolutely love it. And, like, I feel like if this were drawn slightly differently, it would look really goofy. But the way it's drawn makes, like, it just shows how, like, it makes her feel like a real future soldier. Like, especially the way that this exo arm, like, clips onto the shoulder, but it's clearly, like, hollow in the interior, so it can flex all the way in, or, like, almost all the way in. It makes more sense than what I'd expect from this kind of design. Or, like, if a random person were drawing it, it would just be, like, another arm on top of this, and there'd be a bunch of wasted space, and, like, it wouldn't feel practical, whereas this absolutely looks practical. Oh boy, come on, Zazie, don't die here. Give your troops something to cheer for. Yeah, like, I mean, using that much ammo for what was basically just a distraction is a bit nuts. I mean, I do feel like she's the kind of person who probably has some sort of melee weapon for, like, a last resort, but if she's within fighting range of Rakan, there's no way she's going to survive. So it has to be dealt by the time she runs out of bullets. Like, the only thing I could think of as to how he's doing this is he's got some sort of electromagnetic vest that is, like, whenever a bullet comes into range, it like flips it to its side and then deadens it. All right. So has he been diving underground? Ooh, thermate is a mixture of thermite and barium nitrate, generating more than 2,000 degrees centigrade. That is really cool. I'm a fan of thermite. I like thermite. I named myself after it. This is the kind of thing where I like, as much as I'd love to see Last Order animated, I can't imagine like this arc specifically, like this fight specifically, with all the explosions and all the like, especially this. Like, I've never seen a thermite reaction in anime, and I can't imagine it would like I mean, I can imagine anything, of course, but I can't imagine a ongoing anime doing this fight justice. Like, just the vividness of it in my mind, and especially like how bright this reaction must be, and the fact that you can still see him just barely in the lights. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I mean, when she puts it like that, it makes so much sense. Of course, I mean, if you didn't go anywhere else, then you had to go underground. Oh, okay. So it wasn't just a vest. That also explains why none of the limb shots hits. It's all vibration. Spinning leads on the same principle as a vibrating motor, firing bullets any way which way I desire. That's my bullet echo. Okay. Okay. So how would this change it? Oh. Okay. Are they magnetic? That's what it looks like. It looks like they're clinging onto his rings instead of like being whirled around. How did you melted bullets welded the rings into one? Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's so clever. And because that's really cool also because they're not trick bullets. Like, as much as I do like series where characters have like multiple types of ammunition, sometimes it feels a little iffy to be like, oh yeah, I guess that's just some trick bullets. But with this, like, she just used normal bullets and something in the environment. Like, this isn't something she set up in advance. This is something she just did on the fly. Right? Logic alone would never triumph, but Zazie possesses logic plus instinct, precisely what I lack. This is something that absolutely, like, yeah, it really is just instinct. It's improv skills. That's okay. I really like how mature Zek has been so far. Like, early on, he didn't feel that mature. He felt like a punk. But I really like how, compared to Zex, he's acting like not even like an older brother, almost like a dad. Like, somewhere between older brother and dad. Like, he's not amused, like, he's amused by Zex to an extent, but when Zex does something like this, he's like, whatever. How dare you mock your elders? Okay, now he's mad. Never mind, now he's mad. The cuts between the fights are perfect. Like, none of it feels jarring. It feels like we are just in the Zot watching everyone fight and, like, switching cameras of our own volition. Just like the tale of the samurai and the cat, and she's the keen black cat. No, this is the large tiger cat. Oh my god, are they going to go through all of them? Because if so, I want to see what in the world she could do for the Cheshire cats. Alright, and now she is the wise gray cat. That's really cool, too. Like, she went from super fast to super strong to extreme technique. Oh my god, so cute. Oh my god, these chibi Alitas give me life. I love them. The final Zot match begins soon. Operation Glass Cat is worrying. It makes me feel like the Jovians are gonna interfere. But like, again, there's no reason. Like, there's no good thing that they can get out of interfering, apart from just blowing up both parties and saying, alright, Zot's over, everyone go home. You fool, haven't you been watching? This looks nothing like her. Okay, so are they making a new Alita? I really love this though. Like, they've got the cat ears, they've got her whatever these are. Like, what would you call those? Her face protectors, I guess. She's got the octopus lips, and then the rest is like tails there, I guess. Pretty sure she doesn't have this many legs though. Appearances aside, it's a functional quantum model. Quantum model. Okay, so like, are we getting some futuristic voodoo? Are they going to, like, use this to manipulate her, perhaps? To inflict a righteous punishment on the vile Kochka who violated the top secret treasures of our union with her blasphemous nanomachine attacks. Alright, so what I'm assuming from what they've said so far is, because she has the wormhole inside of her, like, because it is, like, it's where she's deriving her power, they can affect her on a quantum level. Which means I can only think of it as, like, voodoo, basically. which is why they want it to be as close as possible, but why even this will technically still work, because like all of her limbs do have analogs on this. I mean, I can't blame her. This looks really fun. Ah. I won't strive to be the cat when I can be the rat. The rat that'll attack even its natural predator. That is true. The rat did really, really well. Also, really glad that he's bringing up the Super Carapace Sunshin. They're close analogs. All right, so it's not just like after, it's not just like he's imbued with the memory of his fallen ally. It's that they actually did spend some time teaching each other. That's really cool. Like the series has like repeatedly used ki as a metaphor, but this feels a lot like the theory of ki, with like using the ki of your body and bringing it up to the surface of your skin and then using it to harden yourself. This feels a lot like just a sci-fi version of that. What a gorgeous cross counter. Ah, Mini Sechs is barely hanging on there. Okay. Huh. Like, is it just because Zekka's super mad, or did Zekka find a breakthrough? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why it was so simple. Like, he just has an automatic mode, and he was like, whatever. I don't respect Zex right now enough to fight him, like, seriously, so I'll just activate auto mode. Okay, oh boy. Zex, you sure about this, boy? I mean, with how much time we've used to build it up, I don't know if Zex can survive it. If I face a super killer move like that, I'll have no regrets, even if I'm vaporized right here and now. I think he's going to start using the opening moves of it, because he said before, like, he can't find anyone who can even survive the opening, let alone the actual full technique. Alright, final chapter of this volume. When did he get next to me? By my solar plexus, gotta block it. That is so cool. Like, I love that we got to see this from Zex's perspective. Because if we saw it, like, if we just saw this, it looks like he just got blitzed. Like, it looks like he had no idea what was going on. So I really appreciate that we got to see that, yeah, like, he was able to perceive what was happening, but he wasn't able to perceive it enough. He was able to just tell, like, oh, okay, he's there. I can block it. I know I should, like, I need to block it, but he wasn't able to. Every sensor is shut down. With one punch. Oh my god. Holy crap, that is so cool. Ah, with spineless buckle, this never fails. So manly, so manly. Oh my god. Like, I can't get over how cool this attack was. That was a serious punch Zekka rarely employs, what's known as a true strike. Yes, okay, I actually have heard of this. Yeah, True Strike focuses all the energy within its objects. Rather than the opponent flying backwards, the shockwave explodes within his body. And yeah, if you amplify it to like the amounts of like the levels of power that these characters have, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Since it looks like a rocket or the ignition of an explosive, people now refer to it as the ignition blow. Oh boy, actually. Is this going to be like a parallel? Like, again, a lot of Zex's journey has been a parallel to Alita's. Is this going to be his, tiny little spark in the darkness moments? Because I could actually see all the energy hasn't dispersed from him. Like, he hasn't, like, he's flown upwards, but he hasn't exploded yet. I could see this, like, okay, use my words. How do I want to explain this? I could see him, like, redirecting that power and using it to make his fluids move at supersonic speed. Like, I think that's the only way he can survive this at this point. Either he explodes, or he redirects all that energy and uses it to start moving. Ah, yes, we're doing it. We're doing the parallel. Who am I again? I don't care. Not important anyway. Doesn't matter. Sleep. But it does. All right, get mad. Get angry, Zex. Claw your way back into the light. You hear me? I am not dying on this spot. Yeah, like, this really is the origin of his rage. The fact that he just wanted an identity, and he's worked so hard. He has a very clear identity that isn't just being a clone of Alita. There's no way he can let himself die here. I'll claw my way into this world and leave a mark that will never fade. A mark to prove I existed. I'm not AR6, I'm Sechs. Okay, all you've done, step by steps, was just a ploy to get Zeka to use True Strike. Okay, so this was his plan all along, which means I feel like I'm right. Like, it had to be that he himself could not think of a way to get his fluids moving at supersonic speed. So he needed to rile up Zeka, to force him to do this specifically so that he could redirect this energy. 2-year-old like me doesn't stand a chance against a monster like him. Not without risking it all, but now. Alright, come on. Come on. It's happening. Alright, he's gotten big, he just needs to compress it back down. I love how this feels like a shonen power-up, too. Because from everything we've seen, everything that's been built up until now, it explains, like, without having narration, we don't need narration to explain it. We understand why this is happening. It's very clear why he's spinning, why he got big, why, he's getting small, why there would be, like, this implosion of wind when that happens. But, like, I love it. I love how the series can be scientifically consistent and still use that consistency to do stuff like this. It's so cool. He did it. I may cheat a little, but I've done my homework, and now I'll kill you. Sechs, I'm so proud of you. Even Mini Sechs got a power-up. Oh my god. Okay, I think this is the final thing, so let's see if there's anything at the end of the volume. First of all, Homake. Oh no, my old owner had my XXX and OO customized, and YYY'd my ZZZ. So lewd. 65 Deckman 100. My cat often stares in space too. Sometimes when she's I like this also because it implies that 2chan continues to exist all the way in Alita's future. Which is objectively correct. Of course, if anything's going to survive, it's going to be 2chan. I can't get over how cute Cat Alita is. She's so amazing. No fear, no fear, no fear. Oh my god. Rah rah, karate, revenge is ours. Okay, more new characters made by the fans. New costumes. The protagonist Alita will wear the new costumes you've thought up. Okay, I'm very excited. Bedazzled Deckman. Okay, I see. Oh man, I mean, it's not that I was hoping that Alita's new design would have been a fan design, but I was prepared to have my mind blown if that really happened or not. I don't think so, though. Like, obviously, it's a very Kishiro design, and I also feel like if it was a fan design, he would have had to redesign it quite a bit in order to make it fit his own aesthetics. It would explain why her legs look so weird to me, though. I mean, we had the setup in the chapter itself, but I never thought I'd see Sechs on a potty. I do love plasma with a sweet poison sauce. The Jovian version of Captain Embody. Okay. These characters all look the same. I got you the Venus one too, Queen. Thank you. Too scary. Oh my god. I love that idea. I absolutely am in love with the idea of Venusian and Jovian versions of movies. Especially the Jovian ones, actually, because, like, Jupiter has gone through a bunch of different shifts, right? Like, the box thing is a very recent thing, but they said early on when they were introducing all the different world leaders that they've gone through a bunch of different phases. So I imagine you could get, like, the 80s version where, like, they're all super bedazzled, or, like, the 90s version where it's all dark and gritty and, like, the designs are all super edgy looking. What a spineless button. Oh my gosh. I love the idea of the Zot creating memes. Like, I don't know if this happens or not, but I would love it if during, well, to be fair, I think the third series is a prequel. But, like, if we do get anything going forward in the future, I would love to see characters just using catchphrases from the Zots. Because this is, like, a really big, solar system-wide thing. So it would make sense for a lot of people to not just to recognize Alita, but to, like, for them to bring up references. The same way that you would reference, like, a big martial arts thing. Or, just any daily events. Alright, that was Volume 5. No one-shots at the back, which is fine. Completely fine with that. I think this is the final omnibus as well. Like, after this, it's all singles, as far as I remember. Alright, so what do I say about this? It was a fantastic volume. Like, it was all fighting, and a lot of it was stuff that I had predicted, like, especially the Sechs stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like, it wasn't something that I expected to surprise me. It was just, I really loved the execution. This entire volume was fantastic execution. I'm very interested in what the Jovians are going to do, like what this Glass Cat plan is going to be. Very worried about it. But I could also see it like working in universe as like a way to make Alita weaker so that the fight's more even, but then overall, like at the very end, it's still a one-on-one without any interference. Honestly, I'm really surprised that I really liked the Zazie and Rakan fights. Like, I did predict that it was gonna go on for a while, but at the same time, like, I really appreciate that I did not know what was going to happen. I had no idea how Zazie was going to pull this off. I kind of knew how Rakan was winning, but not really. Like, I didn't come up with the rings at all. I thought it was just going to be some sort of, like, repellent vest or something. This is a much cooler idea. Ah, I'm so excited. I need to read the next volume right now, which I will. Oh boy. So far I've been putting out 2 reactions a week. As of like right now, as I'm recording though, I've only put out the ones I recorded like before my channel got taken down, so they're really, really old. All the ones from like last time onwards, all new. Hopefully I'll keep up the 2 a week thing. I don't want to flood you guys, but at the same time, I don't want to like lapse out of reading Last Order again. And I really want to finish this by the end of the year. Not because I want to like rush through the series, but because I've really been slacking on the channel. Anyways, that's enough channel stuff. Let's just go into the next volume. Thank you guys so much. Bye for now. Nya nya.